This is a verse written by Bhartrhari, about whom I spoke earlier. Bhogana bhukta vayameva bhukta. See, everybody thinks that he will live for 60 plus years. Maybe you are living for 6, 7 or 8 decades. In all these periods, initially it is young age, boyhood, girlhood, etc. When you pass 60 or 70, you become old. Only in the middle few years you have as a youthful person. And there you feel that I am enjoying. Everybody will use the word. When I went to America, more people were saying, it was enjoyable, we enjoyed, we enjoyed, we enjoyed. I used to smile. We enjoyed. This verse comes to my mind. Bhogana bhukta, vayameva bhukta. Everyone says, I have enjoyed my life. I am enjoying the world. Now, after enjoying, what happens? The person to enjoy is no more there. He falls and he dies. So, are we enjoying the world, experiencing the world and exhausting them, or the world is enjoying us? Everyone born in this world finally disappears. And the world where he lives, it survives. So the world survives all people and nobody survives the world. So who enjoys whom? Bhartrhari, with his ascetic, poetic imagination, sharpness, penetration and discrimination, he comes forth with this statement. Let none of this world be deluded. No enjoyment has been enjoyed by us. On the other hand, all the enjoyments of the world, they enjoy and eat us up and they survive. Tapo na taptam vayameva tapta. We think that we have done a lot of austerities. This particular line I have thought it's very difficult to translate it in English. He is using a pun of the word tapo na taptam vayameva taptaha. Taptam and taptaha. The pun is there in this word. It's very difficult to translate it in English. I don't think I will be able to. Tapaha na taptam. See, whenever you do an austerity, you have to invoke the internal power. And the internal power will have to act upon the external fascinations, impetuses, etc. So, his austerity is in the form of a heat generated from inside to work on the outside tendencies and habits. Nothing like that has been done. On the other hand, vayameva taptaha. In the name of our pursuits in life, fascinations in life, we have become scorched, heated and eaten up. We have not done any useful austerity as such. On the other hand, in the name of everything, we have been eaten up. Kalo nayato vayameva yataha. Time. We always say, time passes, time passes, time passes. Which time has passed? Has time passed? Or we ourselves are passing? Time remains the same. All the people who are born here and who start counting the number of days, oh, that day was my birthday. This is my second monthly birthday and yearly birthday. Like that they go on counting. All this counting remains in their mind. They pass away, but time does not pass away. Trishna na jirna. Our greed, our fascination, our desire, they have never become worn out. On the other hand, we ourselves have become worn out. Vayameva jirna. This is the experience of life. You know, what a great dispassion producing element is this. Bhogana bhukta vayameva bhukta. Tapo na taptam vayameva taptaha. Kalo na yato vayameva yataha. Trishna na jirna vayameva jirna. Why I mentioned all this? Only to say how deluded people are. They cling to the Vedas. They perform some karmas, rituals and ceremonies, and they think they are great. They become conceited. But the truth is far away from them. They are perishing just like animals and birds. The only difference is that they don't eat grass and they don't have horns and a tail. That's all the difference. Shabda brahmani nishnado na nishnayat pare yadi shramastasya shramafalo hyadhenumiva rakshadaha shabda brahmani nishnado. You know, Vedas are very popular. But the Vedas are to be understood, assimilated. And whatever exhortation or evaluation Vedas provide, we must act upon it. So Sri Krishna says here, Shabda Brahmani Nishnade. A person may be very well versed in all the entire Vedic lore. He may be able to chant all the mantras with all the Udata and Anudata. There are people who are called Ekavedis, Dvivedis, Trivedis and Chadurvedis. All of them can chant the Vedas. Shabda Brahmani Nishnade. They have mastered the Shabda of the Vedas. Na Nishnayat Pareyadi. But the Vedas clearly say that Brahmavid Apnodi Param. The entire message of Vedas can be condensed in this one sentence. Whoever knows Brahman, the supreme reality, he attains the supreme. So the supreme attainment comes to you from knowledge, from realization. What kind of a knowledge? Not academic knowledge, professional knowledge or performancial knowledge, but the knowledge of the presence that animates and activates your body, the soul, that imperishable presence within the perishable body. That has to be known. That is the sole purpose of Vedic lore, nothing else. But that they disregard. Na nishdayat pareyadi. While they are well versed in the letters and words of the Vedas, they are not well versed about the exhortation and the goal declared by the Vedas. About him, what can be said? Shramastasya shramabhalo. He has made huge effort. And what is the result? Effort itself is the result. There is no outcome following the effort. Hyadhenumiva rakshadaha. It is just like looking after a cow which does not yield any milk at all. Okay, look after it, give her a bath, feed her very well, and every day you remove the cow dung and also the urine. That's all. You will not get any milk. Shabda Brahmani Nishnade na Nishnayat Pare Yadi Shramastasya Shramafalo Hyadhenumiva Rakshadaha. Now we come back to Chamasa's statement. Etatmahano Ashantaha Ajnane Jnanamaninaha Sidandya Agridakritya Vai Kaladhvasta Manorathaha. See, all these have to be read by you, assimilated. You have to ponder over the statements. Eta Atmahano Ashantaha. These people who are blindly given to rituals, ritualistic performance, doing everything improperly, thinking that they are doing rightly. What are they doing? Atmahanaha. They are actually inflicting, paining and tormenting their own soul. Ashantaha. They have no peace of mind at all. There are some promises given by the Vedas. They are only promises. When are you going to achieve them, realize them? After the fall of the body. After the fall of the body, does anybody have any memory? Is there any mechanism for us to experience or enjoy anything? All kinds of experience are while here and now. Once the experience, the bhogayatanam called the body is lost, what is surviving? So they don't understand it. Ajnane jnanamaninaha. Nevertheless, whatever they have imperfectly, distortedly or confusedly known, they feel that is the right knowledge. Sidandi agridakritya vai. Agridakrityaha. Not doing the right shravana and manana. You have to listen to the scriptures. Now I am talking to you the inner spiritual splendor. This is actually scriptural wisdom. That alone Bhoomananda Swami is speaking about. Nothing else. I am only speaking about that. Nothing else I speak about. So the entire scriptural knowledge is presented through this telecast series. Suppose you listen to it very carefully. Absorb at least some of the points which are conveyed. Then you start reflecting upon it. That is called true no duty on your part. The right duty of a listener is to listen to carefully, receive the information, and thereafter reflect upon it zealously, faithfully, and tenaciously. That should be done. Without doing that, see them they are suffering. How? Kala dhvasta manorathaha. Everything is ruined. What is ruined? Manorathaha. All their ambitions, all their aspirations, all their confidence, hope, expectation, everything is completely ruined. It gets worn out by the passage of time. When they become old, what kind of a confidence do they have? Body is going to fall. And what about one moment after the fall of the body? It has become a corpse. Nobody knows. If we speak, the person will not hear. And he is not there to tell us something. Everything is gone. So it's a wonderful, it's a very stunning, a very disappointing situation. That plight is unthinkable. Etatmahano ashantaha ajnane jnanamaninaha sidandya agridakritya vai kaladhvasta manorathaha. I would like to speak something more about these points, because this is where you develop dispassion and have a clear insight into what is human life and what is true religious life, spiritual life. Prahlada, while talking to his classmates, saying that our teachers are not giving us the right tuition. They do not speak about dharma. They don't speak about bhakti and moksha. Under the instructions of my father, they are emphasizing only kama and artha and kama. So I will tell you the right message. And he started speaking. There, at one point he says, Evam hi loka kratubhikrita ami kshayishnavaha sadishaya na nirmala tasmat adrushtashrudha dushanam param bhaktyaikayesham bhajata atmalabdhaye. Our Vedas are promising many things. And you should understand that all these promises are relating to things after our death. That is why Vedas are safe. If they are promising so many things while here, now, then none of them will be realized by us. So they are very clever. Therefore they say, perform this yaga, you will get heaven. Perform this yaga, you will get Brahmaloka. Perform this, you will get that. When? After I die. So after death, how can we verify whether we get or not? So the Vedas are always very safe. So he says, Evam hi lokaha kratubhi krita ami kshayishnavaha sadishaya na nirmalaha. Evam hi, exactly in the same manner he says, kratubhi krita ami lokaha. Whatever worlds, whatever positions, whatever pedestals, whatever abodes you are promised by virtue of the rituals and ceremonies you perform. Understand, my dear children, my dear comrades, kshayishnavaha. They are all absolutely fleeting, transitory, evanescent. Sadishayaha. They are comparable. Suppose you get abode X, there is Y superior to it. If you get Y, there is Y plus 2 still superior to it. Sadishayaha na nirmalaha. Whether it is heaven, whether it is hell, whether it is Prajapati Loka, all are na nirmalaha. They are not pure, they are not shining, they are dark. Tasmad, therefore, what should you do? Adrushtashrudha dushanam param. Adrushtashrudha dushanam param. There is only one way for you, one redress, one goal. You should always fix your attention on the supreme reality. And that supreme reality is that Parama Kalyana Nidhi, Lord Hari, in whom Adrushtashrudha dushanam. We have not so far heard anything like an evil or a shortage, anything whatsoever. So far, nobody has noticed in the Lord, and nobody has been told of anything like a lack in Him. Adrushtashrudha dushanam param Bhaktya ekayesham bhajata atmalabdhaye. Bhaktya ekaya isham. Always try to propitiate, try to approach him, try to please him, try to delight him. That Param Isham, that Supreme Lord, Bhaktya Ekaya, by unflinching singular devotion, Bhajata Atmalabdhaye. For what purpose? For getting hold of your own self. The right goal is within the body. It is to be attained here and now. There is no goal beyond the death. There cannot be anything before birth also. So if at all we want to realize something, we have to realize it here and now, achieve it here and now. For that purpose, you use your devotion. Devotion to whom? To the Supreme Lord. And what is the nature of the devotion? Very simple, unflinching, unflickering, unslipping, pure devotion, guileless devotion, fondness to the Supreme Lord. Evam hi loka kradubhikrita ami kshayishnavaha sadishaya na nirmalaha tasmat adrishtashruta dushanam param bhaktya ekayesham bhajata atmalabdhaye. I am wondering whether you are sufficiently aware of the context of what we are discussing. See, Nimi Chakravarti has received the 9 yogis who unexpectedly arrived during the performance of his satra. They were received and given a proper reception. All of them were made to sit. Some water was given for them to drink. And after they were satisfied, he sat right in their front. And the Ritviks and the others also have come and they are sitting around. Then he is asking them to tell him about Bhagavata dharmas. That is the context of the discussion. And all the yogis are speaking one after the other. And now we are discussing Chamasa's version about what is Bhagavata dharma. Now, though it is Bhagavata dharma, he is discussing the entire Vedas, their structure, content, message, purpose and goal. Just see, Sreemad Bhagavatam is a Paramahamsya Samhita. It is a full compendium on the subject of spirituality, devotion, yoga, jnana, karma, bhakti, everything. I told you about Prahlada. There are 1 or 2 more statements he beautifully makes. I am reminded of it. These are verses which every home should know. Adhokshajalam bhamiha shubhatmanah sharirinas samsriti chakrashatanam tad brahma nirvana sukham vidurbudhaha tado bhajadhvam hridaye hridishwaram. We are speaking of worship. We are thinking about God. Everything we are trying to do with a view to propitiate the Lord and get His blessings. But what is true worship? Particularly according to Srimad Bhagavatam, where should the worship be focused? And what should be the attention before the worshipper? See what Prahlada says. Adhokshajalam bhamiha shubhatmanaha. Our object must be to get hold of an embrace of the invisible Lord. All of you will agree with me when I say, God is invisible. If He were visible, every one of us would have noticed Him. These are days when Google photographs of the entire surface of the earth. Photograph is there. The other day, a visitor came here from Calcutta. He started coming from Munnar. You know, he had got Google Earth map. 1 or 2 pages he had taken from the computer. And everywhere it is indicating turn left, turn right, turn left. And all the marks, stall marks are there. Every mark point. And finally they came from Trichur, came over to Palakkal, turn to the right, turn here, and finally they say, an unknown road, and here is your Narayana Ashtamata Pavanam. He simply gave it to. Why I am saying this? I think we have got enough photographs to take a photograph of God if He were visible. Because He is invisible, we are not able to locate Him. And what is meant by invisibility? Whatever is outside our body, they are perceptible to the senses. If something is invisible, it has to be within the body. That is what Prahlada, the young boy, points. Adhokshajalambham. My dear children, classmates, you should always aim at getting a direct embrace from the invisible Lord. Adhokshaja, Lord Hari. Whatever embrace you are going to get, it is not an outside embrace like what you get from your father, mother and the others, dear and near ones. This is an embrace from the invisible Lord, the Lord who is present in your body within. Athokshajalambham ihashubhatmanaha sharirinaha. If we are able to get an inner embrace from the invisible Lord, you will find instantly, it puts an end to the entire revolution of worldly wheel. We are involved in the world. It goes on revolving in a cyclic manner. Many people are getting born, they will die. Further birth will take place, further death will follow. All this confusion will continue. If it has to be put a stop to, the only way will be to get a full embrace from the invisible Lord, Lord Hari within you. Sharirina samsriti chakrasadanam. That will take away all your impurity, wash you off completely. A bath in the Ganges will only be a bath for your body and skin. But a real bath for your spirit, for your mind will be an embrace from the invisible Lord within. Tat Brahma. That embrace is called attainment of Brahman. Attainment of Brahman means what? Getting hold of this inner embrace. In a devotional language, Prahlada and Sreemad Bhaagavatam, Vedavyasa, all of them are explaining to you what is called Brahma Prapti. It is the Lord's embrace within you. Nirvana Sukham Vidurbudha. The knowledgeable people say, this is called Nirvana. What is Nirvana? The embrace of the invisible Lord within your body, in your own heart. Tasma tado bhajadhvam hridaye hridishwaram. Therefore, my dear children, what do you have to do? You have to worship. Worship where? Hridaye, in your heart. And worship whom? Hridayeshwaram. The Lord of your own heart. Worship in your own mind and heart. Is it clear to you, my dear viewers? The worship has to be addressed to your own heart. It is to get hold of an embrace from within you of the invisible Lord. Your focus should be your mind, your within. And whom are you worshipping? The Lord of your own heart. Worship in your heart, worship in your mind, the Lord of your own heart and mind. Tado bhajadhvam hridaye hridishwaram. Swamiji, is it so easy if you ask me? Prahlada has an answer. Kodi prayaso asura balaka harehe upasane sve hridi chidravatsataha. Ko adiprayaso asura balaka harehe upasane. He addresses them as asura balakas, the boys, the children of asuras. And in my telecast, I am not addressing asura putras and asura putris. I am always addressing human children, human boys, human youth. So you are much more blessed and you have a far greater opportunity than Prahlada's audience had. This is something very important. Ko adiprayaso asura balaka. Hey asura balakaha, kaha adiprayasaha. Where is any great difficulty at all in the matter of worshipping the Supreme Lord Hari in your heart?